Hello, today is Sunday, and I am taking myself on a solo date to a whole bunch of very cute, kind of kawaii places in Philadelphia. People never believe me when I tell them that there is so much to do in Philadelphia if you're into J fashion or kind of the kawaii community. I'm going to be hitting up 6 different stops today, so come with me as I enjoy a very fun filled day. Here is an outfit check. I'm wearing jirai K style today, and this pink skirt is actually from AliExpress, and then my blouse is from a store called Noemi. All 6 of my stops today are in about just a 3 block radius in Philly's Chinatown. If you're not familiar with Philadelphia, this area is right near a pretty popular tourist stop called Reading Terminal. Part of the reason I chose to go out today is the weather was so beautiful for January. Just look at the sky. Making our way to my first stop, this is a store called Happy DIY, and it is a Decoden store. I always wanted to do this growing up, so now that there are so many Decoden stores just across the US, and Decoden materials are generally just more easy to order online now, I love doing Decoden. The staff at the store are so nice and they help you as much or as little as you need. But also, this store has so many different charms to choose from. There are 3 whole sections of these drawers, and then below each one is just like baskets and baskets of more charms. There were also bows and glitter and lots of pearls and other cute things you could add to your deco den. Also, their selection of stuff that you can deco den on is huge. You can do phone cases, jewelry boxes, mirrors, AirPod cases. Since I was going to so many different stops today, I decided to do something quick and I chose to just do 2 little hair clips, and it was only $8 to do both. I chose pink icing, of course, and then the staff member came over and showed me a few different piping techniques. I have been doing a lot of fake food crafts recently, so I do think I'm getting better at this. On the first clip, I decided to do just like a traditional cake piping style, and then on the second clip, I did kind of the swishy one that the staff member showed me. And then the most fun part is, of course, adding the charms. I made this first one kind of pink and brown styled. I was trying to go for like a bear sweets theme. And then for the second one, I was trying to do pink and black and silver to match some of the Jirai K fits I have. Honestly, my hair is so short that hair clips barely work for me, but I like to put them on the straps of purses or dresses. This store is also just super cute. They have a few claw machines and blind boxes, and in addition to Decoden, they have a few different crafts, such as painting bear bricks or some iron-on patch activities too. They had so many cute Hello Kitty and Sanrio patches, as well as Studio Ghibli ones that you could put on a tote bag or a makeup bag. When I was done with my hair clips, they wrapped it up in this very cute cake box to take home, which I thought was just such a special touch. After I finished at Happy DIY, I moved on to my second stop of the day, and that is this store, which is just called Sanrio Retailer on Google Maps. I've passed by this store so many times, but I've never really went in, and I'm so glad I did today because this store has so much official Sanrio merchandise for so many niche Sanrio characters. I was really impressed. You can even see on the wall here, they have My Sweet Piano and Deary Low. They had so many plushies and keychains and blind boxes, and while some of it is a little pricey, I just thought it was really cool. You never see Dear Daniel plushies anywhere. I was really contemplating getting this Hello Kitty Kawaii monster thing. They also had these K-pop photo card holders that expanded out like an accordion. I'd never seen that before. They also had the Jirai K My Melody, which I really want to get. I was also really tempted to buy this Choco Cat sweater, but I don't know how I would style it, so I decided against it. Choco Cat is my favorite Sanrio character, so I was having the time of my life seeing all of the Choco Cat stuff they had here. You never see him anymore. The one thing I did end up buying were these Sugar Bunnies hair clips. I know, again, more hair clips for someone who has barely any hair, but these ones are so cute, and you just never see Sugar Bunnies merch in the US, so I really wanted to get these. After I checked out with my Sugar Bunnies hair clips, I headed over to the third stop for lunch. This is a restaurant called Tea Swirl Crepe, and if you've ever wanted to try a Harajuku-styled crepe, this is the place in Philadelphia. They have quite a good variety of both sweet and savory crepes. Because it was lunchtime, I decided to get something savory, but I have had their matcha chocolate truffle one before, and that one is so good. Today, I decided to try the BLT one. It had bacon, boiled eggs, avocado, and of course, lettuce and tomato. You can also watch them make the crepes here, which is kind of fun. The one time I tried to make crepes at home, I could not get the batter thin enough and it wouldn't cook through for some reason. This one was also really good. It was kind of hard to eat at first, but then as you got into the middle part, it became easier. So both their savory and their sweet ones are really good here. The fourth stop of the day is another store, and this one is called You and Me. The first floor is filled with blind boxes, anime plushies, more claw machines, as well as some of those bookshelf build-it kits. However, that is just the first floor. If you go down these rainbow stairs to the basement, the entire basement level is a pretty big Asian grocery store. They of course have a huge selection of food and snacks here, but they also have a great selection of Korean and Japanese makeup. Like you can buy the Heroine's mascara here for not too bad of a price. And here I am, I'm wearing my pink fluffy coat today. They also have a huge selection of flower nose makeup here. More than any other shop I know has it in person. So if you're thinking about buying flower nose makeup and you want to test it out first, this is a good shop to do it at. All of their makeup is so pretty. I always want to get one of these eyeshadow palettes. They also have a lot of very cute mugs and pins and keychains and a lot of school supplies here too. I thought this chiikawa cup was so cute, but the handle is like as big as the cup itself. This seems very flimsy or something. Here's some of the very cute stationery. Their stationery is really well priced here. They also had these Generation 4 My Little Pony keychains that I was really tempted by, but I have so many plush keychains, I need to stop buying them. I took a look at some of the snacks too. They had some fun chip flavors I'd never tried before, like lime, crayfish, and wasabi. Also, if you've never tried these chocolate churro flavored turtle chips, don't, because they're addicting and they're pretty bad for you, but they're so delicious. They also, of course, had an entire aisle of ramen. I went to see if they had any of the Jin from BTS Jin ramen, but they just had the normal one. Also, speaking of BTS, they did have these BTS black coffees. They also have that viral yogurt drink that comes in like a glass baby bottle. The only thing I ended up getting was one of these konjac jelly ones. I got a yuzu flavored one because I'd never tried that before. They have a ton of flavors of these now and they're pretty cheap here. I was getting a little thirsty, so I moved over to stop number 5. This is a bakery and tea shop called Alamus. This is their second location. Their other one is near the University of Penn. However, I think that one just got ran into by a car recently. This one's doing okay though. They have some really cute desserts shaped like fruit, shaped like bears, as well as a ton of different cakes to choose from. I really want to try their crepe cakes one day, but I didn't today because I was still pretty full, so I just got a drink. This was the cherry blossom matcha with oat milk, and their matcha is always so good here. It is pretty sweet because they specialize in like strawberry matcha or cherry blossom matcha, but the matcha quality always tastes good too. Next, I went to my 6th and final stop of the day, Round 1. This Round 1 is located in a mall in Philadelphia called Fashion District, and the Fashion District mall itself is not super poppin', but I do love having a Round 1 arcade walkable from where I live. I wanted to go especially because they had a Tommy February 6 game card you could buy. If you don't know Tommy February 6, she is a Japanese pop rock idol from like the 2000s, so this was a pretty random collaboration, but I did think it was very cool. They also had a Gintama collaboration when I was there. They always have this Bleach and Naruto photo booth I want to do, but it's never working, so I do hope they fix it soon. So I actually have terrible luck at claw machines. I'm like very bad at them and never win stuff, but today I was doing so well. First, I used one of the Poke machines to get this mofusand plush, and then I moved over to the machine right next to it, which was one of those ping pong ball drop into the covered square ones, and I won both of them in one try, which was crazy. And then I proceeded to not win anything with the rest of the $30 I loaded on the game card, so there's that. But they did have some really cute merch. They had a lot of Miku figures, as well as Mao Mao from Apothecary Diaries. Also, I love these coin pusher games. At one point, I actually got all 8 or 9 of the SpongeBob cards from the SpongeBob coin pusher game, so I need to choose another one to become my like goal for a few years. Here I am with what I won. I love this Mofusand plushie. It is so cute, so you'll definitely see it in the back of some of my videos. Anyway, I'm lucky to live in a walkable city with so much fun stuff that I like to do. I'm usually making TikToks or shorts, so long format videos are definitely something I'm still experimenting with. So thank you for joining me on my very kawaii solo date.